Hi everyone, it's Donna from Space on Paper Crafts, and today I have a tutorial for you. This is I don't know what you'd call it, like a pull tab slider card, I guess. This is the prototype that I made up, and it goes together like that. So you'd put maybe a focal image or something there, and then you would pull it. You could either do it that way or this way, and have your sentiment here or here and your focal image here. It's entirely up to you how you do it. So I'm going to show you how to make it today. So first thing you're going to need are 2 pieces of cardstock that measure 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and this is going to be your top and your bottom layer. Okay, I just made this with scraps from my stash, that's why it's a bit odd. And then you're going to need another piece for the layer, the insert part, that measures 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay, so if you've got a trimmer that measures in inches, if you look at mine measures in centimetres on the arm here, but the measurements I'm actually going to give you are in inches, and I'm going to show you how to do it if you've got a trimmer that has got centimetres as opposed to inches. So the way I found to do it was, I've already marked it all out here, is I measured in 5/8 of an inch from the top. Okay, actually that, where did my pencil go? That shouldn't be there, that should be here. Okay, so I measured 5/8 of an inch in from the top and made a little mark. Okay, then on the sides I measured 3/4 of an inch in, and from that mark I cut down to 4 1/4. Okay, so it leaves you with the flap that way. So you would cut down 4 1/4 inches, 4 1/4 inches, and then join the two at the bottom. That will make the fold flap. Okay, I'll go through that again. I measured 5/8 of an inch in from the top. So if I show you the top this way, okay, and then 3/4 of an inch in on both sides. And from that line there, I mean, if you wanted to, you could draw that 5/8 of an inch line in. So you would go from there in your cutting blade all the way down to 4 1/2. Now if you can do that in your trimmer, amazing, that's great, because like I say, mine is in centimetres, so I just drew this out, and this is actually not going to be seen, it's going to be this way, so you don't even have to see that bit. Okay, so if you wanted to mark on it, you know, it wouldn't matter, because you're not going to see any of this anyway. Okay, so then what we're going to do after that is we're going to take our scoreboard and a stylus. Now we're going to score the flap at a few different places. Okay, so what I'm going to do is hold it, push it right up here into the scoreboard, lift it up and make sure it's still straight. Hold on, because what I don't want to do is go all the way across, because I only need it on this flap. So I'm just going to hold that flap down to make the first score line, which is at 1 1/4 inch. So there. And then the next score line is at 3. I'm going to lift this one up and do it at 3 again. I mean, if you've got a scoring blade on your trimmer, this would be even easier. And then the final score mark is here. Yeah, you're going to join those two cut lines with a score line. So it should be at around 4 1/4. So there we go. Okay, so you score it at 3 places. You score it at 1 1/4 at 3, and then along the top at 4 3/4, and this will give you your flap. Okay, so as we're going to be using it on this side, this is how we're going to fold it. So we fold the first flap backwards, okay, then the second flap we fold forwards, and the final one we go backwards again, so it looks like this. Okay, so can you see how that's going to come together now? Like that. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is flip this over, and on this 1 1/4 inch section here is where we're going to put some adhesive. Okay, I would advise you not to use wet glue because it may seep through and cause the tab to stick, and that's what we don't want. So I've got some double-sided tape that I'm just going to put on here. I'm going to peel that up and then pop another strip down so it covers that whole section. Okay, so with the backing off your double-sided adhesive, you're going to take your tab, okay, and what you're going to do is centre it. So, well, you just got to eyeball it really, you just got to eyeball centre it on the bottom like that. So if I show you that way, that's how much of it, because this then will become our pull tab. Okay, so then what we need to do is prepare the tab. So I've just got my corner rounder, and I'm just going to round the corners at 1/2 inch on the 1/2 inch side, and then I've got my crocodile, and I'm going to use the, what side shall I use? I'll just use the larger side, and I'm just going to make a small hole, again roughly centre it, and then I've got a little eyelet that I'm going to put in. I'm just going to pop that eyelet in, and then I'm just going to set it with my crocodile. There we go. So that is then the tab section, and I'm going to put some of this pink baker's twine to make it nice and thick, and loop it through and pull that out, and then I'm just going to trim this to make it look a bit neater. Okay, and then in effect, as soon as we stuck this on, that's our slider. So I'm just going to decorate the front of this before I attach the back. So I've got a image that I've cut and coloured already. This is, let me try and zoom you in a little bit. Okay, that's a bit better. So this is an image that I've coloured and cut. This is from a Neat and Tangled set called Say Yes to Donuts. So I've cut that out as well, so I want that to be positioned there. Now what you need to remember to do is not to stick anything over this score line, because if you stick over that score line, your slider won't open. Okay, so I know that I want that to go there, but what I want to do is stamp my sentiment first. So I'm going to pull out my slider. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it on there or if I'm going to do it, I think I might do it on the inside actually, so I'm not going to do the sentiment yet. But what I am going to get are these little heart images, these solid hearts. and I'm just going to put them in a little cluster on my block. And I'm just going to stamp. I've got two different colour inks. These are little ink cubes from Lawn Fawn. So I've got the Merman and the Lobster ink. So I'll do the Lobster ink ones first. And I'm just going to stamp this little cluster of hearts at different places. I may stamp some more on the actual sentiment in a little while. So I'm going to stick that on. I'm going to use some foam, I think. Got some foam strips here that I'm just going to cut down to size. Okay, so before we stick this image down, I'm going to pop the back on. Alright, now what we need to do is get our double-sided tape again and put a strip along each side. And we don't want it too close to the panel, the tab bit, because obviously we want it to move, we don't want it to get stuck. So let's peel the backing off there. See, these, you're not going to see these measurements, these will get covered up, so you can feel free to just write your measurements down if you need to on one side of your cardstock. Okay, so the way I'm going to do this is actually stand it up. Just so I can get it nice and even. And I'm just going to get my bone folder and just make sure that's nicely stuck down. And then just check your pull tab works. Yes, it does, looks great. So now I'm going to stick my little image on. This stamp set is so cute though. And remember, we're not going to stick it over that score line, so we need to make sure that nothing is stuck there. So as you pull that up, it's really cute. She just stands up on her little perch there. I think that's really quite cute. Okay, I'm going to stamp the sentiment now, and I'm just going to use the back of this block. And this sentiment says, "You are the sprinkles on my donut." So I'll have that stamped here, and then on the other side up here I'm going to stamp the "Have a great birthday." Try and get that straight. Okay, then while we've still got these hearts out, I'm just going to just stamp in the red, I think. Just around and then around the sentiment down here as well. And then I think we need a little bit of sparkle. So I have my Spectrum Noir sparkle pen. I don't want to close this yet because that Versa fine takes a little while to dry. So I'm just going to put some sprinkle, some sparkle on the donut sprinkles here. Now you can see that the colour that I've used, because I've used my Zig Clean Colour Real brush markers, sometimes the colour transfers onto the brush, so before you take it to another place on your project, it's probably a good idea that you remove the colour from the end of the brush. And then I'm just going to do little shoes. There. So then that should all be dry now, so I will slide it in. This mechanism, because it's on it, it's going to take a little bit of time. The more you pull it in and out, the better it's going to be. So there it is. So I'll do it this way for camera. That is so cute. I really hope you give this a go, guys, because it's a really cute card. A little bit fiddly if you don't have the measurements on your trimmer arm. Not very though. I mean, it's obviously doable. But yeah, I really love how this turned out. I think it's so cute. And yeah, I really hope you give it a go. If you do give it a go, or if you have any crafty projects that you'd like to share, feel free to do so on our Facebook page. It's called Little Spaceman Show and Tell, and I'll leave the link in the description bar below for you. Also, I am now on Instagram. There will be if it's not up already, a little giveaway on my Instagram. So yeah, make sure you follow me to check that out. And yeah, I will leave all the information that you need in the description bar, including my email address should you need to contact me about anything. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, and do take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.